Good morning. We're so glad to have you here today. My name is Tasha McClendon, and we're joined by our guest, Antonia Martin. And today we'll be talking about open enrollment. Just to share a little bit about Antonia Martin, she is a insurance specialist with a decade of experience in life and health insurance industry, from the corporate world to the independent broker, small business owner. Antonia specializes in all things Medicare with a niche focus on veterans healthcare. Her secondary focus is on individuals who are under 65 and need to find adequate healthcare coverage that meets the specific need. She's passionate about serving others, and this is exemplified in her work that she does in the community. She's also a founder of a nonprofit for veterans called Love of God and Country. We're so excited to have her here today. And our topic that we're going to be talking about is open enrollment. So, Antonia, tell us a little bit more about open enrollment. I think you're on mute, Antonia.
I am. Sorry about that. Tasha, thank you so much for inviting me. And it is a very good topic to have this time of year, obviously, because so many seniors are getting inundated with these nonstop spam phone calls, the mailers, the TV commercials. You know, there's Medicare in every facet of their life. So to try to make sense of it, that's what I'm here for. So open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th, and that is the Medicare open enrollment. There is a secondary open enrollment that is through the marketplace, and that is healthcare.gov. And that open enrollment, which I did not put a slide down here, but it is from November 1st through December 15th. And typically, seniors or people that are entitled to Medicare Part A do not qualify for a marketplace plan. Now, if there's seniors out there that do not have Medicare at all, then yes, you would be able to qualify for a major medical plan through healthcare.gov. But the main focus for this webinar is going to remain on Medicare open enrollment. Okay, next slide. Okay, so open enrollment, what is it? It's otherwise known as AEP, the annual enrollment period. And it's a specific time where Medicare beneficiaries can change from either original Medicare into a Medicare Advantage plan, otherwise known as Part C. They can change their current prescription drug plan to another prescription drug plan, or they can change from their current Medicare Advantage to another Medicare Advantage plan. Okay, next slide. And what you should do and what you should not do. These are my suggestions, so take them as you will here. You need to make sure that you have an agent that you can call personally. Somebody, I would recommend a local insurance broker. I would not recommend calling just some random number. You really want somebody that you like, know, and trust, if that's possible. What not to do. Do not call the numbers off the TV. That is number one. Do not do that. Because what they'll end up doing is you're going into a call center and they don't know you from Joe Schmo down the street. Their primary goal is to get you switched over, no matter if it's in your best interest or not. So do not call the numbers on the TV. What you should do is make sure that your agent, if you have an active agent, make sure and ask, are they an independent broker? So an independent broker means that they have access to all the different carriers, Humana, Aetna, United Healthcare, WellCare. If you have a captive agent, they can only look at one specific company. So independent brokers do not work for the insurance companies, they work for you as the client. So ask that question if you do have an agent, or if you're going to see an agent, are they an independent broker? Also, what not to do. Don't take these spam calls. And I know it's difficult to realize, is it a spam call or not? I actually have been getting spam calls, and I'm not anywhere near Medicare age. But one thing that I have noticed from these numbers that call in from local numbers is when you pick up the phone, you hear a bloop, bloop. And that is a indication that you're on a robocall. Now, these are artificial intelligent calls, so they sound like actual people. They have been programmed to respond to you in a way. So I kind of have a little bit of fun sometimes, and I start asking them random questions, and they don't have the pre-programmed answers. So all of a sudden they hang up. And you know what? It's fun, and I mean, I don't have time for it really, but it empowers me because you know what? It's just another way for me to get back at the scammers. Another thing that you should do is you really need to be getting a full benefit review every single year. A lot of folks think if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's a really bad mentality. You really do need to make sure that you are with an agent, that they are going over your medications, your doctors, that they're reviewing your policy every year. Because Medicare rules and regulations change every year, formularies change. Insurance companies take away, they add, so policies are tweaked every year, and you just want to make sure that you're on the best plan for the upcoming year. Don't just set it and forget it. And then lastly, do not fill out any forms and mail them back in. It's another way for the scammers to call you, even though it may look official. Medicare is not going to call you. Official Medicare, CMS, is not going to call you randomly. Neither is Social Security. They're not going to call you. Because I know that some of these mailers look official, and it's meant to create a sense of urgency, like you're going to miss out on something. So don't do it. These are my advice to you. Okay, next slide. Okay, so I've created a list of resources here, and one of the things, it's a free resource for folks in the upstate, and it's Appalachian Council on Aging. And you can call in and they can help you choose a plan based off of your needs. So if you didn't want to get with an agent and you just didn't want to deal with it and not call into the ads, call Appalachian Council on Aging. Their services are free. It's a nonprofit. The number right here is at the bottom. Their local number is 864-242-9733. Or you can visit the website shown. Again, they're great at being able to take your needs and look for potential plans. And then once they find a plan, you can call a local broker like myself, and we can do the enrollment. They are not allowed to do enrollments. They are simply there as a resource to help guide you. They have also other resources, but definitely give them a call instead of the TV. All right, next slide. Okay. So I just touched upon this briefly, but all of these commercials and what you didn't know. So I stopped using GoodRx because I did find out that GoodRx is selling your data. Your data is sold no matter if you're on Google, Facebook, your data is getting sold. But they're selling your data to Go Health, and Go Health is the ones that are putting on these commercials. So you'll see where it says money back in your Social Security, free rides, groceries up to $900 or $2,400, free gym membership, hearing aids, $5,000 in dental, $1,600 in over-the-counter benefits. It all sounds great, right? But what they don't tell you in the very fine print of things, whether it be on these commercials or whether it be if you're in a Facebook ad, is that the majority of these large benefits are really designated for a certain population, and that is for the Medicare, Medicaid recipients. If they have full Medicaid benefits, that's where these $5,000 in dental, these large amounts are coming from. So they're wanting you to call in to say, hey, do I qualify? Oh, nope, sir, you don't qualify, but here's another plan. Let me switch you to this plan. So it's just another way for them to get you to call in. Now, there is some validity to these claims. There are plans in certain areas, depending on where you live, what county you live in, that do offer some grocery benefit. Most of those, though, I'll tell you, are for chronically ill people. So if you have chronic diabetes, if you have congestive heart failure, if you have, there's some plans that offer a grocery benefit if you have mental illness. So again, it really goes back to getting connected with a local agent to where they can start asking you all of these questions, and they'll be able to guide you on which plans are available. And if the grocery benefit is available in your area, hey, that's just a cherry on top, right? But for the most part, these large benefits are only for a very small demographic for people that are on full Medicaid. Okay, next slide. All right. What should you get asked during a benefit review with an agent? Well, first of all, they need to be asking what prescriptions you're taking, because prescription medications are the largest monthly out-of-pocket expense for folks. So you need to make sure that the agent is taking down your prescription medications. They're comparing that to different plans, because honestly, I have seen such a fluctuation in the cost of medications from plan to plan that it is really crucial to make sure that your agent is asking you this. Also, what doctors and specialists do you see? Because you want to make sure that what plan you're on, that the doctor accepts the plan, right? You don't want to go to your doctors and find out, hey, we no longer accept this insurance. So make sure that they're asking you, who your doctors and specialists are. They also need to be asking what your needs are. Do you have dental needs? Do you have vision needs? Do you have hearing needs? Do you have financial needs? Or, maybe you do need groceries, or maybe you do need, maybe it would be a good benefit to have money back in your Social Security check. It just depends on what your individual needs are. And then lastly, no agent should be asking for any type of money to review your current plan. So all my consultation, all my reviews are free, and I haven't seen any agents asking for money, but just an FYI, if they do, run fast. All right, next slide. Or are we done? Is that it? I think so. Okay, so that was my last slide. So now I'm just going to open it up the floor to see if anybody has any questions. Do we have any questions, Tasha, that have popped up?
We don't have any questions in the chat at the moment, but I do want to go back and talk about the area agencies on aging. Now, you did mention the one in the upstate area for our listeners, but we do have area agencies on aging across the state where you can go and you can call, and they have what's called SHIP counselors that specialize in helping people to make decisions on healthcare. So she definitely gave you the resource for the upstate, and so those area agencies on aging are across the state of South Carolina. You can always Google and find out which one is in your area so that you can make the decision. You can call in; they can help you to make good decisions on getting your insurance. Is there any other points that you'd like to make, Antonia?
There was one final point, and when I'm doing a review, one of the things that I said that I do is ask about financial needs. And it's not because I'm being nosy, but it's because there are programs out there that will help either pay for your Part B premium, depending on your income, or that will put you in a whole nother category based off of your income that will give you those huge benefits that would qualify you as a full Medicaid recipient, that would get you the most benefit out of a Medicare Advantage plan. So I'm just going to touch upon real quick the 2023 numbers that you have to stay under in order to qualify for these programs. So to be considered a full qualified Medicare beneficiary, in order to receive the $1,600 in over-the-counter, the $2,400 in grocery in a year, the large benefits. As a single individual, your gross income cannot exceed $1,133. That's $1,133 for a single individual. For a married couple, your combined income cannot exceed $1,526. And then there's another program, which is the Medicare Savings Program, that will help the state. If you qualify, the state of South Carolina will pay that Medicare Part B premium. So next year it's going down a little bit to $164.90. And as a single individual, if your income falls under $1,529, you would qualify for that program. And as a married couple, if your total combined income falls within or under $2,060, then you would also qualify for that program. And it would open up to plans that you might not have qualified for Medicare Advantage that would just give you more benefit. So there's programs out there that the state does offer. Also, Social Security, SSA.gov has the extra prescription drug help. If you qualify based on your income, you would not pay any more than $12 per prescription, and that is brand name. Most of the folks pay only a couple dollars for their medication. So you can go to SSA.gov and search extra prescription help and fill out the application there. Or Tasha, I believe Thrive Upstate, also they're able to do those applications as well, right?
Yes. If you have any questions about any of the things that we talked about today during our Prime webinar, or you want some to help apply for healthcare resources, you can actually call SC Thrive, and we do have a call center, and our call center number is 800-726-8774, and we'd love to help you with that, along with those healthcare resources. We also provide such as SNAP or SNAP resources, and a plethora of resources that we can help you apply for as well. And again, all you have to do is call our 800 number, and we'll be happy to do those applications right over the phone for you as well. Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah, that is huge. And I always recommend folks, utilize these resources. Don't try to do Medicare by yourself. You most likely will end up getting on the wrong plan, and it will hurt your wallet. So do not try to do this alone. There are plenty of resources out there that can help you and assist you, and that will always have your best interest at heart, like Advocate Insurance Group.
Yes. And so, Antonia, if people want to contact you and want to ask questions, more in-depth questions, how can they reach you?
Sure. You can call my number, which is area code 864-256-1719, and press option 1 for Antonia Martin. You can also email me, am@aig.llc. You can also text me at that same phone number, 864-256-1719. I respond anyway, text, email, or phone call. So just give me a call. Even if you have an active agent and you want to ask me a question, just shoot me, just call me, and I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. Is there any last minute parting comments that you want to give our viewers today?
I don't. I think I've mentioned all of it. Just lean on other people for help. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for SC Thrive for inviting me to this webinar. And I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Open enrollment is one of those topics that is very necessary to talk about, and people have a lot of confusion about this particular topic. So we just thank you for clarifying for us what open enrollment what is and how to find the best plans and how to avoid scams. We just thank you for your time and your expertise. Again, if you need anything from SE Thrive, we'll be standing by. Our call center is 800-726-8774. We'd love to help you. And thank you so much for tuning into our Prime webinar. We hope that you have a great and wonderful day today. Take care.
Thank you.